Hello, my name's Danny Stone, and I live in Navasota, Texas. And I'm fixing up this video to give people an idea. About 3 years ago, I was in a light thunderstorm, and I was hit by lightning. Luckily, I was in an electric scooter, and it had rubber wheels, so I was insulated. But quite frankly, that lightning clap was so loud, it scared me half to death, and I thought for sure I was about to die. I could hear the sizzle and crackle of the lightning, and I could feel the lightning moving around me. It went away. I went home, let the wife know about it, and for all intents and purposes, we just forgot about it. Now, a week later, I had an appointment to go to the VA hospital in Temple, Texas. They were going to be checking my carotid artery with an ultrasound. Since 2008, I had had a 50% clog in my left artery and a 70% clog in the right. Well, I went up there, they did their test, and those doctors were all shook up. They wanted to know what the heck happened. When they checked the artery, it had gone from a 50 and 70% clog to a mild flow. That meant that it was so low they couldn't even read it with the machinery they had. It was either that low or completely gone. And they wanted to know what happened. Well, I told them about the lightning, but you can imagine they didn't really believe that too well. And I checked for about 6 months with my computer and checking the books and various other things. And I found a way to duplicate what happened to me on that scooter that had been used for 60 or more years, since the late 40s, and never harmed a soul. And so I contacted the Associate Dean of Research up at Texas A&M University, and I talked to him and asked him if there were any doctors up there that were working on something along those lines. He said there was, and so he contacted them, and they were very interested in this. So I talked to him. He said they were interested and all, and he said the only problem is the research that they're doing now, they wouldn't be able to provide any money for my research. I'd have to come up with the money myself. Well, I spent the last 3 years trying to get that money. And I had sent out 30 letters to various different people and organizations. I only got one letter back. That was from the Gates Foundation. Now, the Gates Foundation gave me some good information that I needed. They didn't help on the money, but they said that the foundations only give money to groups of people, not to individuals. So this at least did help me in that respect. And I tried some well-known millionaires and philanthropists, stuff like that. I found out in that respect, millionaires do not part with money unless it's going to make them look good. If it doesn't make them look good, no chance. So, as a last-ditch effort, I come up with the idea of making this video and bringing it to the public, to you folks. I know how things are right now. Everybody's living paycheck to paycheck, and you don't have any money to spare. But the thing is, there is a certain amount of money that 75% of the world's population throw away every weekend. And that's the money that you put on the lottery. Now, true, in the last few months, there's been 2 or 3 big winners. When you get those big winners, then the prize money drops down to a low amount. And when you go in there and buy a lottery ticket, 99% of the time, you're going to lose. Well, in this, I'm trying to raise that money to do the research on this coronary artery stuff. Now, I'm a diabetic, high blood pressure, and a family history of heart trouble. That makes me a candidate for getting that plaque anytime. And there's no way I can keep from it, you know. Now the thing is, if for one weekend, just one, that little $5 or $10 that you put on the lottery, you send it to me, it'll be put on this research which will be helping all of us. And because all of us sooner or later is going to be touched by that coronary artery disease. And as I've said, in the when you hit brick wall after brick wall, you get just a little discouraged. You get to a point where you're at the end of your rope, back up against the wall, and ain't nowhere to go. When you're in that position, you have to ask yourself a little question. A rather old one, more like a small prayer. Oh Lord my God, is there no help for the widow's son? And something you might want to consider. We all love our pets. Okay, our dogs and cats get that plaque in the artery the same as we do. Unfortunately, they generally get it because of some of the scraps that we're feeding them, that we're eating, and it's causing us to have problems. And but in them being smaller, it's a little harder to correct them. And this would make it far more convenient. So, because with this process, all you do is go into a room. If you're in a wheelchair like I am, you're wheeled into the room. And you simply go into a room. There's no injections, no medication, and no recovery period. You simply go in there from anywhere from 3 to 10 minutes. That's what the research will tell us. And then get up, walk out, or get rolled out, whichever. I had a friend of mine that died a couple of months back. It was a real nice lady, and she had had a lot of problems. She had diabetes, and she had lost a leg, and she had a heart attack. Well, when she had that heart attack, they took her to the hospital and all, but the hospital said, we can't do the stent surgery until you get off of your blood thinners. Now, every diabetic knows You get off your blood thinners, you're leaving yourself wide open to having a stroke. So, I mean, she couldn't go off them. It'd kill her. And they couldn't do anything, so they ended up having to send her home. Now, the thing that hurts me, and she died, the thing that hurts me, if I'd had this machinery made and ready, she could have gone in that day, and it, within 3 to 10 minutes, would have cleared the plaque out of that artery. Now, given the condition she was in, it wasn't much of a chance. But as it was, she had no chance whatsoever. And this mechanism can give people a little chance. And if you've watched the news much lately, about for the last 4 or 5 months, they've talked quite a bit on television about the fact that they had found the cause of Alzheimer's. And the cause of Alzheimer's was the collection of plaque in certain areas of the brain. Now, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out, but if this idea of mine works, which I think it will, and it will clear the plaque out of an artery, why couldn't it dissipate and clear the plaque out of a human brain? Could be a lot of folks that have had, now, if they've had Alzheimer's for several years, it might not do them that much good. But if they've only had Alzheimer's, say, for 6 months or so, it could get them back to where they're functioning normally. And perhaps they, have to go back every couple of years, which I would have to go back and get another shot every year or so, because my plaque is going to keep coming back due to my medical condition. And but the news has told you the thousands or millions of dollars that it's costing for those people that are having Alzheimer's. This would save a tremendous amount of money to all these people and their families. So if you can help, it would be greatly appreciated. And knowing with this economy and everybody going paycheck to paycheck, I can understand if you can. If you can't, we thank you anyway for listening. Now, if you are interested, after the video, there will be an outfit that will take you to PayPal, and then you can make a donation. So, if you can, thank you. If you can't, we understand. You have a fine day. To donate, all you need to do is go to PayPal and then key in Lady Beth at CenturyLink.net. That's my email, and it is directly linked to my checking account. So all you need to do is go to that email address there, and that should have you in good shape, and it'll go directly into the account. And if you are able to donate, we appreciate it very much. You people have a real nice day, and I'm so glad that you got to see the video. Have a nice day.